Math 91, Chapter 7.5, Division of Polynomials. Okay, we want to divide a polynomial by a monomial or binomial or trinomial. Okay, let's start with dividing a polynomial by a monomial. So for example, before we do this, let me give an example of adding two fractions. Here is 2/3 plus 4/3. Since the denominators are the same, like denominators, we can add only the numerators with the same denominator 3. And then dividing a polynomial is similar to this. What we are doing is we are making from right side to the left side. So we have two terms in the numerator, and then we will divide this numerator by the denominator 3. So we have 2 divided by 3 plus 4 divided by 3. So each term in the numerator is divided by the same denominator 3. That's what we do. So if the divisor is a monomial like 3x is a monomial, so we can divide these 3 terms by 3x. That's what we do. And then simplify. So 6x cubed is divided by 3x minus 3x squared over 3x plus 9x is divided by 3x. And then simplify each term. So 6 over 3 is 2, and then x. Okay, we can cancel out 1x, so the numerator is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. And the second term is 3 cancel out. We can cancel 1 x's from each numerator and denominator. So the result is x plus 9 over 3 is 3, x cancel out. So this is the result of the division. Okay, let's try another example. Okay, for this example, the denominator is monomial 2xy. So we will do the same thing. Separate each term in the numerator using the same denominator. So minus 6xy over 2xy plus 4x squared over 2xy. Then simplify each term. So here we can reduce 12 by 2, which is 6. 2 by 2 is 1. So you can write it 6x to the 2 minus 1. And then y cancel out. The minus 6 over 2 is 3. 6 over 2 is 3. X cancel out, y cancel out. Plus 4 over 2 is 2. So 2x to the 2 minus 1 over y. And then simplify. So x 6 times 2 minus 1 is 1. So x minus 3 plus 2 times 2 minus 1 is 1. So 2x over y. Okay, example 3. Okay, this example 3 is dividing a polynomial by binomial, not the monomial. So in this case, we will use long division. Okay, long division, for example, okay, let's divide a number. Okay, 9 divided by 2. Okay, then when we divide this, we write 9 and then this symbol, long division symbol, and then the divisor goes to the left. So from this, the quotient is 4. We want to make some number so that the product is 9 or close to 9, which is less than 9. So 2 times 4 is 8. And next, what we do is we subtract. So there will be 1. So 1 is the remainder, 4 is the quotient. So the result is the quotient plus the remainder divided by the divisor. This is how we write it. So we will do the similar method. So write the polynomial. This is trinomial. So polynomial, so that the largest degree term comes first. So 2x cubed comes first, and next space is for x squared term. Since this trinomial does not have x squared, put a space or put 0. And the next term is reserved for x term. We have one x term, so that is 6x. The last one is constant 26. So we will divide this by binomial x plus 2. Even when you write the binomial, I mean the divisor, also the divisor must start with the largest degree term first and decrease it by 1. If there's no term, then put space or 0. Okay, so now it's time to find a quotient. Find the quotient, this one, so that the product is product of x, and this quotient should be 2x cubed. Should be 2x cubed. So let's find this circle. Okay, in order to find this quotient, you can divide 2x cubed. Divide this 2x cubed by x, then the result will be the quotient, 2x squared. So 2x squared should be over here. So that the product of x and 2x squared is equal to the first term, 2x cubed. Okay, now multiply one more time. Multiply this 2 by 2x squared, and then write it next to this. So that is 4x squared, 4x squared. And then we do subtraction. Okay, let's subtract this. Subtract this expression from the first line. Then that is equal to, okay, 2x cubed minus 2x cubed is still, this is 0. So once it's 0, we don't have to write it. Next one is 0 minus 4x squared. So this will be minus 4x squared because we subtract it. And then bring the next one down. Next one down. So since the divisor has two terms, we must have two terms. Okay, now let's repeat the same thing. So we want to add something over here. So the product of x and this something should be minus 4x squared. So this minus 4x squared divided by x, then that will be the quotient. So that will be negative 4x. So negative 4x goes over here, goes to the quotient. And then multiply x and negative 4x, which is of course negative 4x squared. Multiply 2 by negative 4x, so negative 8x. Okay, and then we'll subtract the second line from the first line. Subtract. So that will be, okay, negative 4x squared minus negative is plus. So the first term is 0. First term is 0, so we don't have to write it. And then 6x minus negative is positive. So 6x plus 8x is 14x. And then bring the last one down. Do the same thing. So we will find another quotient so that the product of x and this quotient should be 14x. So let me find the quotient. So 14x divided by x, so that is 14. So 14 will be the quotient. So 14 is plus 14. So the product of x and 14 is 14x. Multiply 2 by 14, so that is 28. And then subtract. So we will subtract the second line from the first one. So that will be, the first one is always 0. Second part is 26 minus 28 is negative 2. So finally, this is the remainder, and these are the quotient. So the answer is, okay, let me write the answer maybe over here. So the answer will be 2x squared minus 4x plus 14, and the remainder is negative 2. So you can write it minus 2 over, so minus 2 over is negative 2 over the divisor is x plus 2. So that's the result. Okay, let's try this exercise number 54. Okay, the dividend is x to the fourth power. So write down x to the fourth power. And there is no x cubed, so put 0 or space. And next space is for square term. So 3x squared. And then there is no x term, so put 0 or space. And the constant is -10. So this polynomial is divided by x squared minus 2. So write down x squared, and the divisor does not have x term, so put 0 space, and then -2. Okay, so let's start from here. So we want to find something. Something means the quotient, so that the product of the first term, which is first term of the divisor, x squared, should be x to the fourth power. So x to the fourth power divided by x squared is equal to x squared. So that x squared should be the quotient. So x squared times x squared is same as the first term, x to the fourth power. So multiply this by x squared, then that should be equal to 0, because there's nothing. Then multiply -2 by x squared, and then write it down to the next space. So that will be -2x squared. And then do the subtraction. So for x to the fourth power minus x to the fourth power is 0. The next term is 0 minus 0 is 0. And then for the x squared term, get 3 minus is positive. So 3 plus 2 is 5x squared. Okay, let me change the color. So the result is 5x squared. Bring the first one down. We need 3 terms because the divisor has 3 terms. So bring the third one down. Okay, let's find another quotient so that the product of x squared and this one is equal to 5x squared. So this quotient should be 5, right? 5. Because 5 times x squared is 5x squared. If you are not sure, then write it down. Divide this 5x squared by the first term in the divisor. Then the result will be the quotient. So 5 means plus 5, right? Plus 5. So the first term is 5x squared. The second term is 0 times 5 is 0. And -2 times 5 is -10. Okay, and then what we do is subtraction. So first term, subtract the first term is 0. Second term is still 0. And the third term is -10. Minus negative is plus, so that is 0. So the remainder is 0 in this case. So the answer will be only the quotient. So this will be the solution.